morning. It is like 3:42 according to my clock, and I just had a dream, and um, it was a dream about the vaccines that I fight with like on a daily basis. It's the ones that give me like crazy mood swings and stuff like that, and I just like been fighting with them for for some time. I got them through like the AI TV kind of thing, and they're not like real vaccines, but the vaccines, and they like take over your body. I call it they hack into my nervous system, and they like give me crazy mood swings, and I can't control it. It's like whatever, if you watch my previous videos, you'll know about what crab spiders are. They sound really bad, but it is what it is. But us and got like invited to like go to this like house building that had like a pool table and like a whole bunch of like stuff. It was like a really like lounge, it was like a bar, but it was a lounge, and they had box opener knives, there. And one of the people I knew turned into a backwoods puppy is what I would call them, because they're like really, really sweet people, but sometimes they black out and they do stuff, and I don't think they are self-aware or not, or they just have given up in life and they just stop caring one or another. They're not like bad people. They are just something, they get possessed and something takes over their body, and they will use the box opener knife to make somebody else bloody, kind of thing. And I've been fighting that by myself for a while, and it's that because like that's why I had to like initially, before my family disowned me, that's why I distanced myself from my family, is because I comprehend what was going on in society, and that's why if somebody asks me, I tell them I'm not looking for anybody. But they keep on asking me, and I'm just like, okay, Homeland Security. I was like, I don't get paid, but whatever, kind of thing like that. And last night, one of them was like having internal like voices, and it was like walking back, and his eyes was like blacked out, and he was supposed to be like me, even though he wasn't me, and he was like looking for my earrings and like my purse or something like that, and I'm just like, no. And then he like turned around and he was gonna stab me. I'm just like, no. And then he like stabbed himself. And then I'm just like, no. And then I was like trying to take the weapon away from him, and then he like tried to stab me, but then I woke up, and I'm just like, yep. I was like, that's not a spider, and it's not a puppy. It's a vaccine, dude. So I might get another COVID shot. I don't know if I call it cancer vaccines just because it's not COVID. But it could totally be COVID. It could be COVID vaccines, but it is most definitely, that is something that I'm scared of. And if you have seen the movie Weapons, if you understand society the way that I do, you would find that as a cute movie, just because it's about nervous systems, and yeah, so we have to take care of one another, even when we act crazy and stuff like that, just because we need weapons in life, but we also need to be able to not walk around with cuts on our bodies constantly. So it's kind of like nutrition, you gotta try to eat healthy, even though sometimes we have pus in our stomach. And why do we have personals tonight? Who knows? But at least we're trying, you know. We're gonna have bad days. But we also are gonna have not so bad days. So, you just gotta figure it out. It's better to walk around not bloody than bloody.